also like what they do that maybe isn't real. So I think hopefully I was able to tell him because Bison's one of those characters where it can feel like it can just do everything. If you don't know, like, oh, this is actually -2, even though it looks +1, right? So, and Bison's one of those characters. If you don't know the frame data, he can quickly kind of overwhelm you. But hopefully, we'll have taken some of this knowledge. Okay. We see him get off to an offensive start. Now, this is a good call, primarily because M. Bison doesn't have the best defense. He has a 3-framer, but he doesn't have any invincible reversals outside of V-Trigger. So he can really get mauled by certain characters if they actually put the rush down on them. Oh, wow. Wake up. Wake up. Standing heavy kick. That's really interesting.
I guess if it works, so you can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that like Joe wasn't going with a meaty after that. So either Joe needs to learn his meaties after that knockdown, which is a very common knockdown for Falk, or start using it because Xvordan's saying, "I don't respect you. I can press buttons on Wake Up if I want to." And we see the V skill too from M. Bison coming out. I told Joe how to beat that. So, Xvordan's going to take the first round anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have the knowledge of how to deal with something, and quite another to put it into practice, 20 minutes after you've learned it for the first time. So we'll see. I mean, Joe is definitely a player that we've seen adjust over the course of a set before. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him, lose a few rounds at the start while he gets used to just how Xvordan is playing this matchup into a more commanding presence later on in the set.
That was a weird EX DP from Joe there. That one worked out. Oh, but again, we're getting these wake up. Oh, wow. Good call from Joe there. He doesn't need to use the EX, but I guess he was a little bit slow to the upkeep, so it ended up working out well for him there. Oh, Bacon, what I mean by respect is and when someone's mashing buttons on your wake up, they aren't respecting the fact that you can do meaties, right? They're basically telling you like, I don't think that you can actually do meaties, so I'm just gonna press buttons, right? If you meaty them like 4 times, and then you get your counter hit combos, like, and you stun them or whatever, I guarantee you the next round they will not mash buttons on wake up, unless they're just madmen or whatever. But part of Street Fighter is you got to make your opponent respect the things that you do. You've got to make them real, and so and use that to condition your opponent, right?
And one other thing to note here, so Xvordan is a player who's completely without sight, and therefore is heavily reliant on audio cues in the game. And unfortunately, just a bit of an oversight by Joe, this is a stage that does have a decent amount of background noise. The boxes breaking, the guns on the plane going off, things like that. So
yeah, maybe they should
put
the grid for Okay, that's Joe could have had it there. If Joe recognized the hit confirm and opted to do the EX kick instead of the regular kick because he had a bar, if he had recognized that he had that bar, he would have won that round. But again, Xvordan pressing buttons on wake up, he's going to take the game again.
Yeah, and
I wonder if I want to go to the grid.
Just one of the first comments that you had in the set was that Joe wasn't really doing anything to make Xvordan respect the possibility of a meeting, and we see that coming into great effect there, taking the first match or the first game.
You're cutting out for me a little bit. Everyone on stream, can you guys hear Brian? I can barely. He's cutting out a lot for me.
The captioner is picking me up without issue, so at the very least, it's coming through my computer okay. So the stream will be able to hear me. It's probably just a matter of the Discord connection at your end for some reason.
Yeah, that might be. I can hear you now. Sometimes you just cut out, but Joe's gonna take that round there, and we see him slowly start to adapt, and we see part of this knowledge coming in. We see Xvordan using the scissor kicks, and we see yeah, look at that. Oh, but he didn't get the full punish off. He could have gotten a full combo off of the punish to the sweep, because that full screen sweep is not safe. And ooh, Joe needs to challenge with a light after those scissor kicks. Oh, and the cross up gets him actually.
Yeah, the kick's not super punishable, but definitely negative on block.
So those scissor kicks are always minus. They're not always like you can actually punish, but you can always challenge. So Xvordan's been doing, or Joe's been doing a good job of punishing that, or of challenging after that. He needs to get better at punishing that Hell's Warp that Xvordan's using a lot, and to stop pressing buttons. Ooh, good jump in. Okay. Got him in the corner. Man, he's just letting Xvordan press buttons all day. I think Joe needs to go to the lab and practice some more meaty setups. Oh, it doesn't block the head stomp high, and that's gonna do it for Xvordan, taking it up 2-0 over Joe. Yeah, Joe's not getting his meaties off. He keeps knocking Bison down, but every single time Xvordan just gets up and goes, "I'm gonna press a medium or heavy button," and yeah. And if that's going to be the case, maybe Joe doesn't go in when he gets a knockdown and just stays back, right? If he doesn't know these meaties, for now, it's probably best just to see. Look at that; it happens again.
Yeah, you're thinking of a situation where rather than going for a specific meaty, just control the stage at the specific range he wants. As Joe does manage to
get a stun off on Joe.
Challenged by Joe.
Okay, EX coming out from Joe.
Both players doing a good job of sort of checking their
opponent's again, part of kind of Joe's weaknesses as a player are coming out here a little bit. We see that a lot of times Joe can't properly convert off of light attacks into full combos. Like, we'll see him do the crouching jab as Xvordan takes it, but we won't see him do anything after that, right? He knows like one combo, pretty much. So a lot of his punishes, oh, that's going to be a big punish. Xvordan could have actually gotten a crush counter off of that, a crush counter heavy kick. But JoeOtaku's stun looking very high. Okay, it starts to go back down. Okay, oh no, he dropped the link. Okay, oh, he dropped the link again. Oh my god. Joe's got to not drop these combos. He keeps leaving damage on the table. Got it that time, but didn't convert into the special move. Okay, missed his link, but it didn't matter. Okay, oh my god, is that gonna... Oh wow, is that gonna kill?
Yep.
It is! Very, again, Xvordan keeps pressing buttons on Wake Up, and JoeOtaku hasn't been able to punish it. So JoeOtaku, since he doesn't know his meaties clearly, he needs to make the adjustment, and he needs to start backing up on Wake Up and just start pressuring him and trying to zone him, right? This constant dashing up is just getting him hit and allowing Xvordan to kind of turn the tables on him.
Okay, and this has been unusual. Joe has decided to forfeit his